Welcome back to Deep Dive Station 6. This is Andrew and Charissa. Right now, Qantas is executing what looks like, well, a digital land grab for your 2027 vacation.
Yeah, they really are.
And they're using a ticking clock to make you pay for it today. We're looking at a massive drop of 2 million discounted seats detailed in a new piece from Orinoco Connect. And it, completely changes how we should look at airline sales.
It's not just a few cheap seats either. They are flooding the market. I mean, we're talking 90 routes here. You've got economy starting at $99, like Adelaide to Melbourne, and business class from $299.
And crucially, this isn't some stripped-down fare where they charge you just to bring a backpack.
No, exactly. Baggage and food are included.
Right. Plus, they threw in 21 Gold Coast destinations. Usually, those are the first routes airlines block off during broad promotions. But look at the dates.
Yeah, it's a 7-day sale ending April 28th, 2026.
But wait, you can book travel all the way out to March 2027?
That is the real lever here. They're giving you access to peak times, the June long weekend, the winter school holidays.
The catch is you have to decide right now. Let me push back on that timing, though. Dropping 2 million cheap seats right after a massively busy Easter holiday.
It sounds counterintuitive, right?
Yeah. It sounds less like a strategic masterstroke and more like they're just desperate to fill empty planes for an upcoming slump. Are we sure this isn't just a quick cash grab?
Well, it is actually a brilliant financial mechanism when you look under the hood. Think about what happens when you book that March 2027 flight today.
Okay, so I'm giving them my money now.
Exactly. By getting you to hand over cash now for a service they won't provide for another 11 months, Qantas is essentially securing a massive interest-free loan from the public.
Oh, wow. An interest-free loan funded by 2 million passengers.
Yes.
Ah.
That cash funds their current operations. And psychologically, hitting you at this sale right when you're dreading the return to the office after Easter, it engineers this intense urgency to book the next escape.
Yeah, but catching those subtle restrictions requires you to actually read the fine print. Mapping out blackout dates before the window closes.
Right, which is not always easy on a tiny phone screen.
Exactly, which actually makes this a very practical time to mention today's sponsor, Specsavers. Because if you're squinting at terms and conditions, you really need clear vision.
You do.
Yeah.
And they are running a highly time-sensitive flash sale of their own right now. It started today, April 24th, 2026.
And it runs until May 3rd, 2026. You get 60% off lenses when you buy 2 pairs from the $149 range or above.
Plus, you save extra on the lens options of your choice.
So definitely make sure you take advantage of that before May 3rd so you aren't misreading your flight dates.
Good advice. But stepping back to that massive Qantas operation releasing 2 million seats requires an incredibly modernized logistics engine.
Oh, for sure.
Processing that much data and capital simultaneously is just a far cry from how they operated in their early days.
It is wild to look at the contrast, because back in 1920, when the airline was founded by former Gallipoli veterans, their inventory was literally just sacks of mail, newspapers, and fresh food moving across Western Queensland.
It was fundamentally about survival back then. Like in 1928, out of Cloncurry, they launched the first flying doctor service.
They were a literal lifeline connecting remote areas, not a leisure mechanism.
Exactly.
So to go from hauling out back produce and doctors to triggering a nationwide booking frenzy for 104 global destinations, it really illustrates how aviation has completely shifted.
It went from a utilitarian mail route to a highly sophisticated algorithmic engine of mass tourism.
It really did. Well, thank you so much for tuning in with us today to explore this massive aviation event. You can read more about this news over at orinococonnect.blogspot.com.
And remember, you can listen to Deep Dive Station 6 on Spotify, RSSaudio.com, and Amazon Music.
Yes, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and X for more updates to come.
And as you plan your next getaway, consider this. If an airline can map out a nation's travel habits for a whole year with a single 7-day sale, how much of our wanderlust is our own spontaneous desire?
Ooh, good question.
And how much is engineered by perfectly timed algorithms?
A digital land grab indeed. Keep questioning the map, and we'll see you on the next Deep Dive.